Hello everybody, welcome back to a World of Warships Blitz narrated game. So I've done a couple of reviews and it's back to producing some videos for the narrated games. Now recently I bought a gold pack because I got a Google Play cards, or a series of Google Play cards for Christmas. I was waiting for the Terrible, it wasn't arriving, and I was getting awfully close to the time that the premium would renew, so I thought rather than have it eat into that amount, I would buy a box of Creative Gold that came up. And that means that I've gone and bought some historical camos. Now, not as many as I'd like, because I went and bought two destroyers, so the T20, T61 and the Eagle, which is the Tier 5 French destroyer, Tier 6 French destroyer, which I'm totally loving. Anyway, here we are in the Nelson, first battle out in the new Nelson Historical Camo. Now, the Nelson Historical Camo does a number of things. It increases the gun range by 4%. I think it increases the hit points by 4%. It reduces the gun dispersion by 4%, which I love with the Nelson. Here we go, Akatsuki, nice to see. And it also provides a torpedo damage reduction of 6%. Now bear in mind that my Nelson is basically armoured decks and torpedo reduction of all of its equipment. There wasn't really, basically an extra 6% is pretty good going. Now there's a different battle where we can see that in operation. Here we go, Akatsuki, I've got my guns out. Let's just look at that tight patterning and boom. Yeah, I gotta say, in that moment, the historical camo for the Nelson just paid for itself. So thanks. Gold well spent. So here we are, broadside onto this battleship, which is never going to be a good look. I really want to deal with that Graf Zeppelin, but my Fusion's out there dealing with it, although that Fusion isn't going to last long against the Graf Zeppelin. But I think I'm in a division. I think Laker is the other player in the division. We'll be able to confirm that when the game ends. Oh, hello. Someone's sitting still. I'm getting hammered. So we get 3 hits on him. So still benefiting from the dispersion. So I turn nose into the Colorado and throw in the brakes. There's another destroyer out there. There's 2 destroyers out there, but I can't see them. That patterning's fairly tight. Being the Nelson, 6 hits, which is pretty good at that range. And being the Nelson, that just means someone's on fire. Oh man, that Graf Zeppelin looks so nice, but that Brooklyn will more than capably deal with him. Right, this Pensacola, he's going to play a long-range gun duel with a Nelson that has improved dispersion. Okay. Not sure I quite get your game plan, but anyway, here's mine. Look at that tight patterning. Oops. Yep. Okay, now I've got a problem with this Colorado. Okay. So there's not much really I can do to snipe. Our team's up. I just got to help basically bring them to ground. There's the HE. I've converted to AP. HE is for fun. AP is for business. And yeah, because I can't wait for him to burn. I need to get into the Citadel. Here we go, 3 seconds. Oh. We're getting a lot of help, of course, from being the last ship. I am very fragile, and as you can see, multiple people eating away at him is only faster than him eating away at the Nelson. I think someone else is going to get the win for that. Looks like Brooklyn coming in, 4 seconds, and I'll have him, but he's gone. And we've got a final Fusion. Now, bear in mind the track record with the Nelson to date. Well, you know what, maybe a little bit too, wrong, sort of. I wish that had been HE. Okay, so he's obviously got aircraft carrier on his mind. Some boring old Nelson isn't anywhere near as much fun. And this is sort of a difficult crossing shot. Now he's turning away just as I fired. Otherwise, oh, we tagged him with one, which really knocked him back a bit and set him on fire, which, you know. Sorry, mate. Okay, then. He's turning away. He doesn't maintain the turn, so he doesn't turn into the shells. They fall harmlessly. And I think someone else is going to get this guy. He's working pretty hard at that aircraft carrier. Okay, now I have to throw it in reverse because I can't fire through that hill. He's just basically pursuing the aircraft carrier, and the aircraft carrier is running directly away, which means he's running broadside, although that Brooklyn heading off down there is more than capable of knocking that tiny amount of health off. But no, the Graf Zeppelin does it in the end. It's a pretty good destroyer, pretty good defence against destroyers, so obviously he comes top. So that is the Nelson with historical camo. It goes from a great ship for starting fires to a great ship for starting fires. So the Graf Zeppelin coming out on top, but us coming second for damage, all at the start of the match mainly. 7 fires for 45 hits, which is pretty on par. Anyway, that's the Nelson historical camo. Love it. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.